Cayman,
Yes.
last week
Mhm.
we had a Nintendo Direct. I feel like this is kind of the end cap of summer in gaming, Summer Game Fest, faux E3, whatever you want to call it. We had a 45-minute Direct straight from Nintendo announcing a whole bunch of new games and kind of re-showing us games that we had seen the previous week or couple of weeks of Summer Game Fest. So what I want to do, if you would oblige,
Hit me.
I just want to run through this and let's just speak up when things interest us, positively or negatively. We're just going to jump in when we want to talk about things. First thing that they gave us, Cayman, was Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC. It got a trailer. We've gotten the trailer before, but this is a new one. Showed the teal mask coming fall 2023 and the indigo disc coming winter 2023. No specific dates, which I find very odd that they've now shown this multiple times with no dates. Do you care about DLC for Scarlet and Violet?
Honestly, I feel, and then here's my thing with this. Like, I get it. Like, I get that you want like legs, but like, I think the issue I have with this particular scenario is that the game has been out for way too long.
Sure.
That's it. It's pretty much just it, right? The game's been out for way too long without any new additional content. I'm sorry, but the raids and stuff, though, cool. I don't think it gives you enough there. And I know there's going to be a ton of Pokemon people who are going to go back and play this, and that's awesome. I'm glad. But like for me, as someone who likes my Pokemon in one digestible package, going back to this, it just doesn't scream anything to me outside of like it exists.
Yeah, it respectively looks pretty boring, I think.
Yeah.
I think you got to really be big on Scarlet and Violet, like really big on Scarlet and Violet to want to go to that later this year. But hey, I don't want to, choose your future for you. We also got a trailer for Sonic Superstars, which is a 4-player co-op 2D Sonic game coming fall 2023.
Yeah, that actually looks pretty cool, man.
I have a complicated relationship with Sonic because I liked it as a kid, but I've not liked a Sonic game really in like 15 years.
Yeah.
But it looks like OG Sonic. Like it looks like what Sonic should feel like in the 2D space today. So I don't know that I'm going to be picking this one up. But it looks
part of me, Patrick, just thinks like, look, Mario works both 2D, 3D. Like maybe we just need to accept the fact that Sonic is just one of those games that just needs to remain in the 2D space.
Maybe.
I know that it was like, I feel like Sonic Frontiers was like kind of hit and miss. It was like, some people were really big on it. Some people were like, this is just,
not for me.
Yeah. So look, I get it. But like at the same time, I feel like there's more misses than hits with 3D Sonic. But normally the 2D games always hit. So maybe, just maybe, fucking stay 2D.
Maybe. Fucking maybe.
We
also got Palia, I forget how it's pronounced. A charming, cozy, free-to-play adventure sim coming this holiday season. It looked like how most of these games look. So if that's your cup, then you probably are all over this. If it's not, you probably don't give a shit. We also got another trailer for Persona 5 Tactica. It is a turn-based strategy spin on Persona. And this is, I think, actually a great kind of teaser for the future conversation that we're having later this episode. Where like this game looks cool. I guarantee you I won't touch it this year because there's just too much. I probably will never touch this game, even though it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
But hey,
it's a fucking bummer, dude.
Yeah. And like cool, fun art style. Love the characters of Persona 5, but yeah, I don't know. I do wonder though, we've gotten so many of the 5 spinoffs now. When do we start seeing inklings or kind of hints about Persona 6? Like, I don't know. I feel like we're starting to get closer to that time when we should be starting to hear about the new one, I would think.
Patrick, I don't agree.
You don't agree?
I don't agree.
You don't think we're there yet?
I still think we're 2 or 3 years out before Persona 7 or Persona 6.
Okay.
Hear me out. I think the reason being is how much time was between Persona 4 and Persona 5.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess I was kind of thinking of Golden because it was like a relaunch of the game.
Yeah, and we got
but has a long time.
We got Royal, so like Persona 5 Royal is like kind of a relaunch of a game that came out like a year before, 2 years before.
Probably right. All right, 2032 is when Persona 6 is coming.
Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked. You got to think how much time is spent Like just doing dialogue alone for that shit.
Oh, sure. All the
Crazy.
all the, what do you call it? Localization. After that, we got a cool trailer for a game that I will never play called Myth Force, which is a first-person roguelike that looks like a Saturday morning cartoon, like 80s, 90s, like He-Man.
I
So like it looks cool.
Yeah, so they had like a demo out on Steam for a while, and I was following along with it when it first was like the demo was first launched, and looks really fucking cool.
Yeah, art style is amazing.
Yeah, but it's also just one of those things where like I just don't know if that's a game that I want to put if I want to put any time towards, especially with everything else happening.
Right. In which, like, I feel like we're gonna sound like a broken record while we go through this direct, but like it's the reason I wanted it's the reason I want to have this discussion at the end of the recap. So Splatoon 3 announced its next Splatfest, and everyone lost their fucking minds. In July, the choice that people get to make is between vanilla ice cream, strawberry ice cream, and mint chip ice cream flavors. Chocolate, in my opinion, was done dirty here. But then I thought about it for more than 5 seconds. I was like, oh, if they did chocolate, it would just look like you're just spraying shit all over the place.
But here we go. If you give me the option just to spray things with shit,
I mean,
I'll play it.
I know you will.
I'll put aside all the other games that are on the list coming up. Just
step aside Power Wash Simulator. This
is to enact my scatological fantasies on small squid creatures.
Well, here's my question to you, though. I don't want to spend too long on this, but they gave us 3 options: vanilla, strawberry, and mint chip. Where's your head at here?
Okay, first things first. If you're a mint chocolate chip person,
watch it. You're treading on some mighty thin ice here.
Oh, okay. Look, if I'm gonna have to choose, honestly, I think if I have to choose between vanilla, strawberry, or mint chocolate chip, I'm probably gonna go with the mint chocolate chip.
Let's go.
Because I need to get the chocolate. Because let's be honest, strawberry ice cream, I don't know, were you a baby? Vanilla ice cream, like what are you, 95 years old living in a fucking nursing home? No, the best ice cream, and I stand by this, chocolate and peanut butter. A fucking Reese's peanut butter cup in ice cream form. It's the only ice cream a real man eats.
Sure. Here's my thing. Liz in the chat standing up for mint, which is the correct option here. I fucking love a mint ice cream. The problem with mint ice cream is that it gives me heartburn because mint is high in acid.
Really?
Yeah. So and oftentimes the chocolate used in a mint chocolate chip is dark chocolate, also more acidic.
Oh, that's true.
Because it doesn't have that milk to bring some cream into it. But yeah, here's my thing. I don't necessarily have anything against vanilla, but in my opinion, vanilla is used for one thing, and it's to be added to something warm and chocolatey, like a chocolate cookie, a fucking molten lava cake. Yeah. I'm not out here just like scooping vanilla into my mouth.
Here, put it on some cobbler. Put it on some pie.
Ooh.
Put it on a brownie. That's fine. Put it on a brownie. But the thing is, vanilla always is an accoutrement.
Yeah, as accoutrement
to a main dish, right?
Correct.
So get fucking lost with these people that just eat vanilla ice cream.
And strawberry here, like I respect strawberry, but I don't fuck with strawberry ice cream. Like if someone just right now busts through my door, gives me one of those fucking Neapolitans, I'm just eating a third of that shit.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not touching the strawberry. I'm not touching the vanilla unless I have a warm treat next to me that has chocolate in it, like a cookie, a molten lava cake, a cobbler, or a pie.
It's true. I will say though, in defense of the flavor of strawberry, I do fuck with the strawberry yoo-hoo.
I've never had one. I do know that there are some fucking perverts out there that love a strawberry milk.
I'm pretty sure we just went off and we've lost like over half of the people that were live with us have left because we started shitting on vanilla ice cream, which those people, we don't want you.
I don't regret a thing. After that, we got Detective Pikachu Returns and what maybe looks like the worst video game I've ever seen. Like, I don't really understand the premise of Detective Pikachu, but what I mean by it looks bad is just graphically. Like, it might, since I don't understand what the game, like what you do in the game, I can't necessarily say it doesn't look fun, but it looks like a PS1 game.
It doesn't look good, Patrick.
Yeah, but that's coming October 6th. So I'm interested to see more because, I love my boy. Pika's my boy. but I don't understand what they want from me in this
You know,
game,
here,
and I need some clarity.
can I tell you a fun fact I just learned?
Yeah.
So did you know that in the original Pokemon, that you had a 5% chance of catching a Pikachu in Pallet Town, right?
Okay.
Here's the thing. Do you know why? It's
No.
because one of the developers was like, Pikachu is way too cute, and I don't want anyone else to have them.
Wow.
So they altered the code to reduce the encounter
Good
rate.
for them.
And I was like, you know what? Honestly, that is like stalker level shit, but I am behind this right now.
Yeah, that girl boss was definitely gatekeeping, and I'm okay with it.
She is gatekeeping.
After this was, I think, one of the biggest pops of the show for me, and I think a lot of people were surprised, even though there were some rumors, because people love to fucking get the rumor train a chewing. Super Mario RPG getting a complete remake coming November 17th. Looks pretty cool. It's a game I've never played. I would do want to play this, and I do think that I will make time for this one. But I'm curious, have you touched Super Mario RPG? Did this do anything for you?
So I played this back as a kid with my uncle. And honestly, like I have fond memories of like playing it with him, but as a child, I didn't really understand it, you know, which I think is fair.
Sure.
I'm really excited. Honestly, I guess I completely missed this rumor that this was coming out. Or like that this was even being remotely talked about, that this was going to come. So this game is a huge shock to me.
Yeah, it's not like, from my perspective, I had not seen it like swirling a ton, but it was that day for someone I think maybe got hold of like what the rundown was and started like letting people know, and then it ended up being true.
Man, fucking losers.
Fucking come on, like just let me have something.
Yeah,
let me have something. But it looks great. I know Nick, friend of the show, who's going to be listening later because he's a sweet, sweet boy and I love him very much. One of his favorite games of all time is Super Mario RPG. So that I immediately texted him. I was like, "This is happening. Pull over and give me a kiss." So that happened. I don't know why he had to kiss me, but that felt right.
It is what it is.
After was one of the weirdest things that Nintendo has done in a long time. They showed about a 16-second teaser for an unnamed, with seemingly no information, Princess Peach standalone game coming in 2024, which, like, cool. We've never had, that I can think of, a standalone Princess Peach game. But I was like, it just felt really strange. They were like, oh, we have another thing to share. And you're going to be able to play as Princess Peach in this video game coming next year. And like, that's it.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I swear there's
Did you miss this?
A Prince. No, I swear there's yes, there is. On the Nintendo DS. Okay, because I was like, hold on, wait a second. There was definitely another one. It was Super Princess Peach.
Ooh, okay.
But
I never had a DS, so that's,
it was only on the DS.
Nice.
And apparently, from what I'm seeing online, apparently people have been demanding Super Princess Peach 2.
Let's go.
For forever. So
something that looks really cool about this game, other than you get to play as the goat Princess Peach, is it's going back to that like old school Mario as a play like motif that we've talked about on the show before, which is so fun to me. Yeah, like it all of it was like, they weren't hiding it at all. It was like all on a stage. So that I'm excited to see what they got up their sleeves for that one. And then right after that, did a quick little 1, 2, 3, Luigi's Mansion 2 Dark Moon, which is a remaster of the 3DS title coming to Switch next year. So now I'm caught between a rock and a ghost, because I recently, months ago when I got the 3DS and talked about it on the show, I picked up Luigi's Mansion 2. So now I'm like, do I play it on the 3DS because I bought it for that? Or do I play a remastered version on the Switch? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. Cayman.
Patrick, I gotta say, I think it's pretty cool.
But they did a funny thing though, where at the end of this, they kind of made it, for me at least, like, oh, this is all we're getting from Mario, which was fun for what comes later, because they were like, so there you have it, Mario, Peach, and Luigi coming to your Switch later this year and next. It was like, oh, fun. Like, we got a little bit of everything. There's our Mario for the Direct. Bummed we didn't get a 3D or a 2D Mario, but so I thought that was a good little play by them to do that. And then after that, we turned back time to the launch of the Wii U, and we got Batman Arkham Trilogy coming fall of 2023, because it looked about as bad as Arkham City did on the Wii U.
Yeah.
It looks like a really bad port. But if it runs well, this is just like another feather in the cap of the Switch that like you can basically play most every game you want on this platform by the time it's done. But
did you know if like did they announce? I might have missed it. Did they announce that this is cloud streaming or is this going to be like physical?
they didn't. I would assume if I'm a betting man, Cayman, which I am sometimes, I would assume Asylum and City are native, and I would assume that Night is a cloud streaming. Which is like, it would be weird to have not all three be the same, but I just don't know that a Switch can run Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
I think it could run the others because we're going back 2 generations for that. Like if it can't run Arkham City, then that's a problem. We can burn through the next several of these. We got tactical RPG Gloomhaven, which is based on a board game. We got a new Just Dance trailer. We got an action RPG called Silent Hope with 7 silent protagonists. We got another look at Fae Farm, which friend of the show, Kayla, one of her most anticipated games, I saw her talking about on Twitter. We got another look at that, which is a multiplayer-friendly farm sim RPG coming in September. We got a new Hot Wheels Unleashed. We got a game called Manic Mechanics, which is like Overcooked, but like car mechanics. And then we got a Mario plus Rabbids Sparks. Are you melting from all of this boring news?
This is where the whole thing just was like, cool.
Yeah. I was like I wish I wasn't watching live, so I could have like fast forwarded a little bit.
Yeah.
We got Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope drop an expansion day of, which I'll probably never play. We got a new Dragon Quest game. I think I don't know a lot about Dragon Quest. I don't know if it's like a remaster, a reboot, a new game, but it's in something new Dragon Quest called Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's a spin-off.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I know that's another Nick game. So Nick, let us know if this did anything for you. This is where I thought we were going to end the direct. So at this point, I'm like, not the best Nintendo Direct, but it wasn't the end. And that was Pikmin 4. We got like 5 to 7 minutes.
Pikmin's looking great.
Yeah, I've never played a Pikmin game, and I tried a demo for 3 that was released on Switch a while back, and I just like didn't understand what I was supposed to be doing, but I think that was a me problem. But right after this, they also announced that Pikmin 1 and 2 remaster was dropped day of. So I don't know. So are you gonna make time for Pikmin 4, or are you gonna kind of play the wait and see on reviews approach?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I have a soft spot for Pikmin, and it's not really a game for me, right?
Yeah.
Like it's very much like almost like a tactical game, and that's not really my speed. But I do have a soft spot for Pikmin. I do like it, but I don't know, man. I enjoyed Pikmin 3. I think Pikmin 4 looks really good. And I like some of the new additions like the dog. I like the dog, you know.
Of course.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's one of those where I feel like I'm having a difficult time being like, yes, Pikmin 4 with everything else going on
right.
is gonna be, fuck.
I feel like it's totally unfair, but I feel like the only way I play Pikmin 4 is if it gets 10s. Because that would then tell me like, oh, this is like a must play experience.
I mean, shit, honestly, I wouldn't be shocked. What is weird, here's something I will point out. This is very interesting.
Okay.
And this is what makes me think that even with all the new announcements we're about to get to with this, Switch 2 is still very close by. Yeah. Pikmin 4 is being developed in Unreal Engine. Okay, here's the thing. Nintendo
is that uncommon for Switch?
No, this is just uncommon for Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
A lot of what Nintendo does is they make everything they do, their game engines and everything they make are all made with proprietary systems, right?
Sure.
Which is why we rarely see a lot of games being ported over to like the next gen because it's really difficult to port very like system specific game engines to a brand new system with other very specific entity portions in it, right? With this being Unreal, though, this is very easy to port to a new console without even like batting an eye.
Interesting.
And so part of me is like, that might be a sign that
Might be, because we also did just get news today that didn't make the show just because of the length of what we're talking about. Nintendo announced that for the first time in a Nintendo, like a modern Nintendo console, next console will have the same account structure. So you'll be able to carry over games that you've purchased, essentially, is kind of like what they're saying. So I don't know, might be that Switch 2 is kind of that, like, somewhere a little bit above like the PS4 Pro upgrade, where like it is a step, and like a bigger step than that, but close enough that like it'll still be very much like porting games over. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting. That's a good catch, Cameron. So yeah, I feel like for me, if I play a Pikmin, I'm gonna do 1 or 2 and see like, does that bring me in? And if so, if I really get kind of bit by those little fucking bugs, then maybe I'll do 4 next year. But I don't think I'm gonna have time this year for it. And then we weren't done. We had several more announcements. So this one surprised me. We're getting a Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1, which we've had rumors since the Direct, which suggests that a Volume 2 will exist. But it's going to be ports of Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2, and Metal Gear Solid 3, plus the original 2 NES era games, coming October 24th. And it's not coming only to Switch. It's coming to basically everything. So I don't know. Like, I would probably get this for Switch because it's cool. Like, it'd be cool to be able to take Metal Gear on the go. Especially, I think 1, 2, and 3 specifically, I think would run great on the Switch as long as the ports are done well. But have you heard the rumors of Volume 2 came in? Metal Gear Solid 5, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, and for the first time ever, Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots exiting the PlayStation 3 and will be on other consoles if the rumors are to be believed.
You know what's funny, Patrick? The way that I ended up playing the Metal Gear Solid games was actually I played them as Twin Snakes. I only played the demo of the first Metal Gear.
Okay.
And then I played Twin Snakes 4, 3, and then 5. It's just completely out of fucking order. But you know what's here's the funny thing about it? Doesn't matter what order you play them in, none of them make fucking sense.
None of them make fucking sense, but they make perfect sense. So we had a very similar journey. I played Twin Snakes on the GameCube. I played 4 when I finally got a PlayStation, and then I did 2, 3, Peace Walker 5. So like I did kind of eventually go in order, but I played 4, had no fucking clue what was going on because I played Twin Snakes as a kid. So like I did not remember anything. But yeah, that's funny. So yeah, I'm excited for that. After that, we also got Vampire Survivors coming to Switch August 17th. If you haven't played Vampire Survivors, it's a fucking great game.
That's exciting to me.
Yeah. We also got Headbangers Rhythm Royale coming October 31st. I'll be honest, I don't fucking remember what this is, but it was announced. The next game, actually, this one I did kind of pop for just because it's probably not going to make the cut, but it's called Penny's Big Breakaway, and it's a 3D platform that looks straight out of the Nintendo 64 days, like Banjo, Spyro, like that era of 3D platforming coming early 2024. Looks like a collectathon's fucking dream. Like it looks fun. It looks like it has a lot of style, but like just not gonna have the time for it. We also got a really weirdly Nintendo announcement of Mario Kart 8 Booster Course Pack 5, but we're only going to show you one course, and it's coming later this summer. I was like, that's weird. Like, what? You could have skipped this, I think. But I guess 5 of 8 is still coming. So that was there. We got a Star Ocean, the Second Story R trailer / announcement. We got WarioWare Move It coming November 3rd. So we're getting one last WarioWare on the console. And then this is where they really fucking tricked me, Cayman. Penultimate announcement. They're like, Tears of the Kingdom has been out for a few weeks and players around the world have been loving it. Thank you so much for playing Tears of the Kingdom. They do like a very deep bow. I'm like, let's fucking go. We're getting DLC. Because if you remember, this is exactly what happened when Breath of the Wild happened. It was released, and like a month and a half later, maybe less than, they had a direct, and they were like, look at all this cool shit we're building for Breath of the Wild. And it was just fucking amiibo. Fucking Zelda and Ganondorf amiibo for all you fucking nerds out there with your amiibo.
You fucking Evan Brando's out there with your
God damn it.
I have one amiibo, Patrick. I have one amiibo. You know what it is?
No.
Captain Falcon.
Let's go.
You know what's funny about that? I actually looked it up because I was telling Sydney, I was like, yeah, when Captain Falcon launched, they were like super rare. You couldn't find them anywhere. And ended up getting one from like a GameStop that was like 2 hours away. Cause I was like, I have to have this fucking Captain Falcon amiibo, right?
Yeah.
That thing's worth like $100 fucking now.
Is it really?
Yes.
I'll give you $30 for it.
You're welcome to have it, boss.
Great. That's funny. Yeah, I don't have any amiibo. I think the thing with amiibo is if I bought one, then I would feel compelled to buy them all, and I just can't do that.
I just really love Captain Falcon.
He's great. Yeah, he's great. He with that Falcon punch. Ooh.
Why the fuck is there no F-Zero games anymore? That's the real question, Nintendo.
That's the real question, Nintendo. And then they closed it out. They said we got one more thing, and it was good. Came in for the first time since 2013.
Yeah,
a new 2D Mario game, and for the first time since 2017, a mainline Mario game that's not one of these fucking sports or fucking party games, which I love and I buy all of them. But new art style, fucking really leaning into Mario is just a fucking acid trip. Super Mario Bros. Wonder coming October 20th, later this year.
Can I just complain about one thing?
You can.
I don't like the power up like Mushroom Mario, like second tier Mario. He's too lanky to me.
Oh, like when he stops being a tiny little fucker.
Yeah, look at him. He's kind of. I don't like it.
Interesting. I don't
belly,
quite get that.
I think his belly needs to have it needs to be a little bit bigger and a little bit saggier.
Okay. What if we got just like alcoholic Mario?
Yeah. That'd be great. He's like, he runs 5 steps and just throws up on him.
That'd be great. So a couple things that I noticed from this.
Yeah.
One, if you're watching the video now or in the future on YouTube, I really love this total fucking wacky, like it really looks like an acid trip. Like it looks like Mario on mushrooms. Fun. I love that they're really doubling down on just making it ooze with fucking weird fucking style. I love that. I also, it kind of feels to me a little more collectathon heavy than previous 2D Mario games. Like that's always kind of like the through line of the 2D Mario games, but it's usually very simple. It's like 3 fucking purple coins or like 3 gold coins, and like you'll have like the 8 red coins every now and then. But I mean, they're like up in like the hundreds for some of these things, and there's like tens of coins at points that you're getting, and they seem to be doing something different than just your gold coins. So I don't know. I'm interested to see what the spiel is for this, like what these coins mean, because I'm almost getting more of like a Rayman. It's about like speed and momentum than avoiding the obstacle, which sounds like a fun kind of, not too different, but a little different from the Mario 2D games that we know. And then the end of the trailer, they gave us this fucking weird Odyssey-esque Mario becomes this fucking elephant. And I'm like, I can't wait to see what else Mario becomes in this game, because the people at Nintendo are psychopaths. And I just love to see when they get fucking weird.
Oh, I do too.
So yeah, I'm thrilled about this. Boy. He's a chonker, an absolute fucking chonker.
Yeah, brother.
And yeah, I am thrilled about this. Gonna be a day one for me.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Patrick, I want to say one thing about watching this, because when I watched it, I was like, something about this seems familiar to me in a weird way.
Okay.
And I couldn't put my finger on it, but now I'm sitting here watching it again. I think I've realized it. You know what this reminds me of?
What?
This reminds me of the special. So if you were a Super Mario World, which was my Mario game, like that's still my favorite Mario game, right? If you did, so there were secret ways that you could get into what they call a Star World. And so Star World would pop you out different portals all over the map, right? And the goal was to get to the very end, to the final Star World, because it would drop you right next to Bowser's Castle. That's how you speed run Mario. It's like the way how you have to do it is to, like, if you want to speed run Mario, that's like the way to do that.
Sure.
But the thing is if you complete all of them, it opens up another world where all of the levels are named things like Tubular,
Yeah.
fantastic, awesome. And they're all so fucking bizarre. And they're all super reliant on you using all of these skills that you've learned through the game. Like they have one level where you have to use the puff up Mario for the entire level.
Yeah.
And it is miserably hard. But like if you could beat all of them, it was like a badge of honor that you could carry. That is what this reminds me of. Like this game reminds me of like we're taking that like one little concept of is like I think it was like 6 levels. It's like, but we're gonna put them all together and make an entire game based on this idea of like giving you a bunch of really bizarre, really fun, wacky, just balls to the wall, like shit. And honestly, I am more than here for it. Like this actually, like this is like one of the first times. Like don't get me wrong, Mario Odyssey, super fucking cool. Mario 3D World, honestly, too, great Mario game. I don't know if a lot of people really loved it for what it was. I think it's a great Mario game. This reminds me of like that weird level of like Super Mario World that like we never saw again.
Yeah.
And I am fucking hyped for
or like
shit.
some of the really weird shit from Super Mario All-Stars back on the Super Nintendo, like that. Yeah, I love when Mario gets weird. I honestly I prefer that Mario is just weird all the time. Because it's that like this is I feel like when the geniuses of Nintendo can really show like why they are better than the rest is like when they can do weird fucking shit like this. So yeah, I'm thrilled. Also, shout out, looks like one of the first times, if not the first time, in a 2D Mario game that you can play as Daisy. Our girl Daisy. It also looks like people can have all sorts of like powers at the same time. Like I wasn't sure if there was a point in which those like caterpillars, if someone was a caterpillar or if that was chasing you, because it kind of looked like a playable character. And then also I think there's one time based on like the clues that they give you of like the faces in the top left screen, I think Yoshi might be playable potentially. Because usually like it was only showing faces of the playable characters and Yoshi's face was up there. I don't know. Might not be the case, but so here's my thing though, Cayman. So it looks great. Can't wait to play it. October 20th. Put it on your fucking calendars.